Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our xCite presenter today, Glenn Newberry from Utopian Property, to present to us on basic strategies for property investing. Most people dream of being financially independent and retiring early. Creating a plan, a strategy, and executing is the key to the success. Anyone who thinks buying 14 investment properties in 3 years is just a pipe dream should study Glenn Newberry's playbook. Glenn's story is a fascinating window into the level of wealth that can be achieved by following the right property investment strategies. His own property investment experience got off to a rocky start, but Glenn soon learned the power of having a guide to pave the way for his investment transformation. As an affiliate director and property investor advisor at Suburbanite, Glenn is now the guide for countless people seeking to build their own successful property portfolios. With his finger on the pulse of real estate, Glenn inspires people with his extensive knowledge and compelling insights, and he empowers them with his innovative strategies. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Glenn Newberry.
Right, good morning everybody. As you know, my name is Glenn Newberry from Suburbanite, I'm a property investment advisor and buyer's agent. So today I'm going to be talking to you about how to plan and create a strategy to retire on $2,000 a week for property. Now, before I get started, there is the obligatory disclaimer. Right? I'm not an accountant, I'm not a financial planner, I cannot give advice on those things. And everybody's scenario is different, right? So you need to go and seek relevant advice for what you're trying to achieve. So make sure you speak to an accountant. You make sure you speak to a financial advisor, because I can't give you that advice, right? And today's information is a general nature, okay? Right, so the first thing you need to do when you're looking to go out and purchase an investment property is to set the criteria. What is it that we're actually looking for? So we need to locate emerging suburbs. So they're suburbs that have underlying fundamentals that are going to drive that market. So job growth, right? Job growth and that will lead to population growth, and then the population growth will put pressure on housing and push prices up, right? So we want those fundamentals in that location. So infrastructure spending, lots of projects, government funding, government incentives, things like that, which will create jobs, new jobs, right? So locate areas that are likely to attain quick capital growth. So a really important thing for me and my clients is when I find a property for a client, I want that to be in a location that is growing today, not in 5 years' time, because you've always got to look at your exit strategy. If you need to get out of that property quickly because something in your life happens, if you have a property that's growing from day one, you're going to lose money, okay? So it's a really important thing, building up that equity pretty quickly. You need to negotiate as well and try and make money on the way in. That's a really difficult thing to do when the market is hot, right? When the market's hot, trying to get it below market value is very difficult. It can be done, but very difficult. So you want to try and make money on the way in if you can. And properties that return above average rental yield, right? So the rental yield in Sydney at the moment is around about 2.6 to 2.5, 2.6%, right? And when your interest rate is 3%, you're already 0.5% behind your interest rate, right? So I always recommend finding properties that are returning 4% or better in the current market. And also focus on properties that are affordable in the location that you're looking to purchase. So if you're buying properties that are affordable to the masses, then there is more people who can afford to buy that property, therefore more demand. The more demand there is, the faster the property price will grow. Right? So you always need to be targeting those affordable properties in the location. I'm not an advocate of going to buy $1 million investment properties, right? But the higher you go in property value, less people can afford to buy. Now they're still growing value, but they tend to grow slower. Right? So it's really important to be buying properties that are affordable for the masses and also affordable to rent. Okay? And that way you kind of ensure about that. So you need to set the criteria that's going to tick all of the boxes, right? So they're the things that we look for. Now putting your team together. Your team, we call it the A-team, right? They're crucial to your success. Right? And some of those people, mortgage broker, having a mortgage broker that understands investing, because a loan to buy a house is not always the same as a loan to buy an investment property. We're using equity and all that sort of stuff. We don't want to be cross-collateralising, and a lot of people don't understand that. If you get the wrong loan, it's cross-collateralising all the issues. So having a broker that understands investing is really important. Having a good accountant, understanding what structures to own the property. Do you own it in your personal name? Do you own it in a trust? So there's lots of different types, and there's advantages and disadvantages to different structures. That's where your accountant will come into play and determine which is the most tax effective, but also you've got to take into consideration risk, right? Because there's risk associated with different structures as well. Obviously, have a great buy version, like I learned from Consolidation, to make sure you're buying the right properties. And also having a good solicitor or a conveyancer who understands the contracts and the location of the client. A conveyancer in Sydney cannot act on a contract in South Australia, for example, right? Whereas a solicitor can. But a lot of solicitors don't act on interstate contracts. There are a few solicitors out there that do, but most will only act on contracts in the state that they're in. Good pest and building inspectors and reports. So that's an essential part of buying an investment, is getting a pest and building report, and having a good report is really essential. Obviously, a good property manager, the person that's actually going to be looking after the property, finding the tenant, collecting the rent, making sure they're looking after the property. Property managers are worth their weight in gold. It's what I would want to do. They're worth every cent that they earn. And also a financial plan, we can guide you. Because you shouldn't have all of your money in the property, you need to diversify your assets, okay? And a financial plan can help you do that and plan out the future. Right, so now we're going to be talking about the plan and how to execute it, right? And how to get to the end game of that $2,000 per week from property. How do you actually achieve that? A lot of people will tell you how to buy investments, they don't tell you how to get to the end goal, okay? One of the things that I do is I love to teach people how to do that, right? You need to start with the end in mind, okay? So you need to set that goal, and the analogy that I use, it's like getting in your car, and you turn on the GPS and you say, take me there, and it says, where? You go, I don't know. If you don't have an end goal, how are you going to know how to get there, right? And if you're just buying properties for the sake of buying properties, you're not actually investing, you're just selecting investments, right? You're not investing. Property investor will have a strategy behind everything that they do, and they will also have a plan for that property. Right? What is that property's purpose within the portfolio? So the first thing we do is to put the plan together. What sort of income do we want to earn? Now, in this scenario, I've just used $2,000 as an example, but it can be whatever you want. Right? What sort of time frame? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not going to happen in 5 years. This is a long-term plan, so 15 to 20 years. And how much can you put aside towards investing every single week without affecting your lifestyle? That's a really important thing. You never want to put yourself under financial stress from a cash flow perspective, right? And it's where a lot of people go wrong in investing, is they forget about the cash flow. They focus on the growth and not enough on the cash flow. So it's a really important part of what we do. So that's the first phase, right? Putting together that plan. Once you've got the plan together, you then move into the acquisition phase. The acquisition phase is all about building the base portfolio that's going to generate that income. So in the scenario here, what I'm talking about is, let's say we purchase 5 investment properties that are renting for $400 a week, right? So that's a 4% yield, okay? So let's say we're buying those types of properties. Then once we've built that portfolio, 5 times $400 a week is $2,000 a week, right? But at that point in time, that money is not going to you, as it's going to the bank, because you have mortgages on those properties. So once you've got that, what I call the base portfolio, that's when we shift into the next phase, which is called consolidation. And the consolidation phase is all about getting rid of the debt. How do we get rid of the debt on that portfolio so that at the end of the day, that $2,000 is now coming to us and not to the bank? So there's a couple of different strategies that we can use. One of those is create a duplicate portfolio, right? So you bought 5, buy another 5. The problem with that in today's market is getting the funding to actually hold 10 properties, right? Quite difficult to do. But if you're able to do that, then who's the saying property doubles in value every 7 to 10 years? So you could buy 10 properties, they'll all double in value, you sell down 5 to pay down the other 5. Okay? Then you end up with 5 properties and 3. Okay? And that's $2,000 coming in. That's difficult to achieve in today's market because, as I said, trying to get the funding to buy those 10 properties, which is $5 million for the property, is going to be quite difficult. Okay? So one of the other strategies that you can utilise is by doing what we call chunk deals. Right? Buy a property, renovate it, sell it down, take the profit, use the profit to pay off debt. Okay? Or you might do something like a subdivision. Buy a property, large block of land, subdivide it into 2, sell off the block of land, take the profit, use it to pay down debt on the base portfolio. Right? Granny flats or rooming houses. Now what they do is they don't give you a chunk of capital. What they do is they give you cash, extra surplus cash flow. You take that extra surplus cash flow and put it in to paying down like the property. What you're doing is you focus on one of these properties in the base portfolio. Get rid of the debt on that property first, right? That then releases the cash flow of rental income from that property. It's renting for $400 a week. You take that and you channel that into property number 2, which is also renting for $400 a week. You've now got $800 a week paying down the debt on that second property. You continue with these chunk deals, get rid of the debt on property number 2, you take that $800 and you now put that into property number 3, which is also renting for $400 a week. Now you've got $1,200 a week paying down the debt on property number 3. And you continue through that until you get to the end, which is number having 4 or 5 properties debt free. So last year I ran a couple of webinars. One was called How to Pay Off Your Home and Be Debt Free from Property Investing, and the other one was exactly this topic. Plan a strategy to retire on $2,000 a week from property. We're interested in looking at those. You can scan the QR code and it'll take you straight to those webinars. They run for about 45 minutes each. And yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. That's it from me.